Was up about 4 a.m. this morning, left the beach, everyone's chilling on vacation. I'm like, I'm going racing. I got invited to co-race the Nitro race at ERX up in Minneapolis, so I'm gonna head up there and go race some Can-Ams, go have some fun this week. It's been a while. Go out and knock the dust off and go battle with the boys, have some fun. It's been a while since I beat Pastrana, so I think I gotta go do that. Boarding another plane, here we go. Solo mission, came by myself. So I'm gonna do all my filming this weekend. This is gonna be a full video on me doing everything selfie style. I'm gonna basically film this whole weekend by myself, so this should be interesting. Dude's got the setup right here, dog. So we need to get on our van. Little mini ladder on the side. Out the cornfield here. They have a full dirt oval. Go-kart races. That's what a legit oval track looks like. The dirt's packing in hard and got banking. It's pretty sick. You definitely have a turd between my legs here. So I got here ready to race, had to go sign up. They said I needed my wallet. I went up there with my wallet, signed up, did all the stuff, had my suit and helmet for a photo shoot, threw my helmet, wallet in my helmet, and then I threw that in the car and driving around, went to test the brakes in this field and drive around through the pits, this, that, drove go-karts, went to the gas station, went to wherever, all over town. And then about the time I had to use my wallet, I'm like, dude, I freaking lost my wallet. I'm like, I can't find it. And I just started stressing. I couldn't even check into the hotel. They're like, the lady wouldn't even let me check in. And I'm like, just trying to talk. I ended up paying her cash. And at that point, I had a massive headache, tired, hungry. I'm just so mad. I was like, dude, you're such an idiot. And then just thinking. Finally, it's like, I got to go to sleep, dude. I'm freaking dying. And so I went to sleep, got up in the morning, started thinking. Okay, and I got to go race today. I'm like, I got to go race. So I run down. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Everyone knows. I told everyone, hey, if you find my wallet, let me know. You just look like an idiot. And so I'm like, dude, I'm going to go look around some more. I mean, it's probably gone. So literally started driving around these fields. All out here because I drove all around in the fields testing the car. Literally out here in the middle of nowhere. And then I was just following my tracks. I'm like, God, please, God, where's this wallet? Just make my life a little easier right now. And I know it's just a wallet, but it is, you know the deal, okay? So, you know, and then I started thinking about it. I'm like, where did I go? And I just kept driving around, didn't give up. Boom! There it is. Yes, thank you. I learned my lesson. Okay? Don't be an idiot. All right, there it is. Thank you, found it. Feels so much happier now that this happened. Yes!
Where was it?
It was in the field.
Are you kidding?
Laying in the grass.
Wow. At the go-karts?
No, way out in the parking lot.
Oh, fuck.
Like way out in the parking lot. Someone would have found it.
Yeah.
It was in the grass parking lot, but it was just laying out in the field. I'm like, dude, right where my skid marks were.
That's not the first time. That'll be a good day.
Yeah. I was like, please. It's like the worst night ever. Hey, here we are at ERX. We just getting ready to practice. They're going to give me and Matto a few laps this morning. And all the other guys got 3 practices the other day, but I was busy with the fam, so I didn't make it. We're going to do some racing today, some bracket racing. And then main events are tomorrow, but the track looks so good. I'm so pumped I came here and get to drive some Can-Ams and race and hang out with the boys. And my next step, man, I need to get that support going again, go race rally cars. The electric rally cars are looking pretty cool, so I'm gonna go maybe test drive one of those and see what it takes to get in one. So anyhow, track's looking good, and I'm gonna document this whole weekend myself, so this should be a good one. Might be a little rough around the edges. But hey, let's get after it. Is awesome. It's like the best facility. The Carlson family owns it. They do it right. They do it all right. All about family fun racing. I love it. So we're here. We're gonna have some battles. We got a bunch of good guys in the class. All the Can-Ams are the same. All mapped the same. Same power, same chassis, same tires, same tire pressure. Everything's the same. So it's gonna come down to driving technique here. And it's gonna be a battle. We got Pastrana and all the boys in the race. It's gonna be a good race. I don't know. This is going to be a fight, so we'll see. It's been a while since I raced four wheels. I'd say Pastrana's been racing quite a bit four wheels. It could be tough. I usually can get them in the four-wheel action, but I think this is going to be a tough one. Anyway, let's do it. Let's battle, man. It's going to be fun. So go out there, rip it up, get a little practice in. I missed practice yesterday, so I'm going to get a few laps tomorrow, and then we'll get right into racing and go have some fun. So stay tuned right here at ERX, and I'm sure you can look online. I'm sure you'll be able to watch it on there too. So anyway, thanks for having me. So
this is an all Can-Am, which is really cool, but look at the star-studded cast. On the front row, Travis Pastrana and Brian Deegan, two-wheel legends, obviously.
And it was, oh wow, great start from row two. That's it's Robin Shute, I think, trying to come up around the outside.
Obviously, the variable, the driver.
Oh, end over end in the background,
boy.
absolutely huge crash. Just went up on the nose and in. He wheeled down the front, red flag.
Here we go, let's set it. All right, out of the gate there, Deegan and Pastrana with Michaud there in third.
Travis has got it dead right. Gets up the inside, can't quite pass Deegan, he just holds on. Now they take the split lane. Deegan's gone one way with Michaud, and Travis has gone the inside way.
Well done there by Deegan. Having some words with Deegan before this. He said, who do you want to be? Travis, of course. He always wants to be Travis, because Travis get a lot of seat time. You know, Brian, he's very busy, but cheering on his kids, either Haley or Danger Boy. So Deegan now separates himself from Pastrana about 7 seconds apart.
Pastrana on the inside line, Deegan coming around the outside. Gonna look to try and pass him. I think Deegan will hold on.
And there you go, Deegan does hold on to it, and Travis Pastrana will find himself in the final. Unfortunately, Michaud gets that third spot. So you can just see the signature Deegan smile there through his helmet. He's funny, man. Did you see the video of him beating up his son?
I did.
In a good way.
Yeah,
Daddy still got it. Yeah. All right, so on that front row, you got Deegan and Pastrana. You see Madison, and then we got the Canadian bringing up in third and fourth. Going wide is Travis, right?
But it is with the whole shot Deegan away. So he had that great fight here last time with Tanner Fouts. Madison, look, he blew up this morning, Jared. He was at the back of the grid. Here he is now in P2, but with 4 cars inside him.
So Deegan with all the clean air right now, that's a great position for him.
Let's drop Travis out behind Michaud. I wonder if they were trying to respond to Michaud's pace. I think Deegan's got enough, but I don't think Madison does. Madison's definitely going to drop to P4, so it should see Pastrana on the podium. Deegan's somewhere there, and he's just managed to gap them all just that little bit.
Gosh, Deegan is just the way
weapon.
Yeah, an absolute weapon, and he's finding just the fastest line. And I mean, he's zip-tied that gas pedal down, man. He is full throttle through the whole course.
Deegan's in the Joker lap now. He had an 8-second gap as he went in. What's it going to be when it comes out? With 7.9, he's in the lead.
No problem. Brian Deegan's going to get the checkered flag and get the victory here on Saturday. Side-by-side finals. Brian Deegan, a proud dad, a proud racer, and he talked about, you know, all their accolades, and he says the big thing is dinner on Monday. who puts the trophy on the table. Like that's the big bragging right between, you know, his kids. You see him rough up his son. I keep bringing up that video. Did you see him take down Danger Boy?
No,
oh, you gotta watch it, dude. It's so good. But now he's gonna have some bragging rights at the dinner table on Monday. But again, it's a doubleheader weekend. They got a race today and tomorrow. But there is how it ended.
So we got it done, day one here at the Nitro Rallycross. Got the phone call. They said, hey, we got a seat open if you want to come race. And I said, all right, cool. I grabbed my gear. I was on vacation with the fam. Grabbed my gear and flew out here. Was able to get to race side-by-sides in the Can-Ams with all the boys. It's always fun when you get to race Travis kind of in his own backyard, his own game. And we had some good battles. And at the end of the day, we're able to win. And tomorrow we're gonna have another race, another battle, and I'm glad I came, man. It's been fun. So see you next time. Later.
Good job. Good race.
Good race.
Good race.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh shit! All right.
There you go. Got it.
I get trophies this year.
One more time, let's hear it for your winner, Brian Deegan, and your podium out here for the side-by-side class.
Let's go.
So look who I ran into right here, dude. Scott Murray. Hey, you never know. You never know who you're gonna run into. I think the last time I saw you was at maybe X Games. Like literally, it had to be like 15 years ago, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
If I remember right, you had like a 300-pound or 400-pound guy walk up to me and ask me if I'd take a picture with you
Yeah.
after I landed on my face. I always tell that story to my family and friends. It's very funny.
Yeah, so he came to X Games. It was doing double backflips when it just kind of came out, the big craze. And that was, man, it was so long ago. And I would say that was the trick that pretty much made me go into car racing. I was like, I ain't gonna do that. Like, I'd already had my run. And anyway, yeah, it's cool when you land it, but
Yeah, it is. Not so much when you don't.
Yeah.
I've had my fill of that.
so yeah, now he's jumping ramps over here with his son. I'm gonna go check it out tomorrow. We'll see what it's about. They're still hitting ramps on dirt bikes. That's cool. That's all good, man. Right on. It's good seeing you. All right, this is something I've been wanting to know. When you were the top kid, now that I've Hayden racing amateur motocross, there's so much attention on him to be good and like be a champion and this, that. When you were the best kid on amateur and you turned pro, factory rider, how difficult was it to walk away from the sport of being a pro racer with the factory ride? Because no one's ever done that before. No, I'm serious. It's like, like...
No, my dad always said, and kind of when I was coming, like my parents are like, you know what, you're never going to make a living doing what you love, but any day you can do that and not work construction, or my mom's a flight attendant, they're working all the time. I said, you know what, live your life if you enjoy it. And I think the biggest thing for me was I woke up every morning dreaming about competing against you, dreaming about freestyle, dreaming about what could be done there. And then when I got hurt, I stopped. Like when I was younger, all I wanted to do was be on a dirt bike, and I'm watching every video, and then at the end I'm watching videos of McRae, and I'm watching go-karts. I'm like, man, this looks like a challenge, this looks like fun. So I just, instead of going to where everyone said I should go, I followed my heart my whole life. And I've been able to, maybe not, they're like, oh, you could have been better here, you could have been better there, but dude, I've had a great time all the way through.
So I guess that's my question, was because it's hard to imagine like Hayden, like that's why I see it now. It'd be like him walking away to go, you know what, I'm going to do a freestyle motocross, I'm going to do this, that. But the coolest thing about it was walked away from something that everyone thought was, oh, this is what you're supposed to do, to go, I'm going to create a sport and have fun with my buddies, and it probably did 10 times better doing that, right?
Well, I'm still, the oldest Supercross racers, or Supercross champion was what, 29 or 30 maybe this year. The careers are small, or short-lived. Dude, there's no greater sport than Supercross. There's no more challenging sport. And looking back on it, you always woulda, coulda, shouldas. But dude, I love where I am, and to be able to, you've done the same thing, man. You keep reinventing yourself. Every time you as you get older, you can't do the things you used to do, but you still competitive. I don't care if it's ping pong. Like let's go.
You got to graduate into something. That's why we're all racing four wheels right now in roll cages. But you still ride a dirt bike. I mean, would you ever go back to straight rhythm, or is that done?
I went in straight rhythm last year, or whenever the last time they had it. I was on the 500, and I had a chance to shift to third and do what I always do and just pin it and hope and pray. And I didn't. I stayed in second. I went across and I lost. And I said, you know what? That's it. I'm done. Josh and the triple backflip. I was trying to do a triple. He landed into the bag. I was going up. I did it one time to the bag, like belly flop, like where you're like internal, like everyone says airbag's good, but you're dropping 100 feet.
No, it's not really. Yeah.
So I was coming up the ramp and I was so scared. I was like, you know what? It's it. It's not worth it. It's not my world anymore.
I can honestly say that feeling that you're saying was when you did the double backflip at X Games. I was like, at that point, I'd lost my kidney, had a few near-death experiences, and I saw him do that, and I was like, I'm done. I was like, that feeling where you're just like, I have, that urge. You're like, oh, I can't wait to do that. Like, oh, I'm gonna do that.
I don't care what the risks are. You and the winner.
yeah. You're like, and that was the backflip. When you guys started flipping, I'm like, dude, man, I have to do that. And I kind of was excited to do it. I was scared because it was against everything we ever did. But anyway, that was a big hurdle. But the double backflip definitely retired me from freestyle motocross. With the triple,
well, the triple retired
you, so it's all good. Right on.
Well, hey, the 13-year-old just out-qualified me, so yeah,
I'm going to try to pick your shit up. Otherwise, be moving on to the next thing. That's funny. I always wanted to ask that question. It's always good to cut it up with Travis. So he always has some good stories. But things that we're actually going through now. So that's why I like to hear his side of it. Because hey, I'm one of the most successful dudes in that position.
Deegan absolutely nipping at his heels. Let's see if Deegan can catch him. Deegan was absolutely flat out yesterday. He got the win, and watch this. I think he's going to go for a passer. But again, you just want to be in the top two. This is semifinal. Go to the final and basically get that front row, get that clean air, Robin. But here we go. What's Travis going to do? What's Deegan going to do? Going into that choker lap. Both of them go in. Now watch Craig. He goes that inside line. These guys are both taking that Yokohama Tire choker lap. Can the Canadian get the victory? Again, you just want to be the top two, Coley.
Michaud coming out the choker. He's in front clearly. A couple of really quick laps in the middle of that run. So Gregoire Michaud coming round to take the checker flag. Followed over the line by Travis Pastrana and Brian Deegan, close together.
So we showed up here to race some Can-Ams, and I ran into Ben. He is racing. But the bottom line is, where'd you learn to race, and where are you from, and how old are you?
I started racing when I was 3, and I learned in go-karts at a local track called Chestertown, and it all just evolved from there, and I'm 13 now.
So where did you grow up?
Kent Island, Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah.
Do they have much racing up there? No.
Not a lot of all.
Because I've been up there for some motocross racing back in the day. But yeah, I've never, as far as, is there any NASCAR races up there?
Dover's the closest
Dover?
one.
Yeah, which Haley does. But that's cool. So how many times have you raced in the dirt?
I did 600cc micro sprints.
Oh, micro sprints. So you know how to slide a car. Then micros, you got to slide. It's like pretty much what Haley does in the dirt at Millbridge, like sliding the oval, the real small tracks. But that's cool. So you made a bet today with Travis. What was your bet?
If he said, I was talking trash to him, and he said yesterday if I beat him in qualifying, he'd pay me $1,000. But if he beat me, then I'd have to write a 2-page essay and give him a signed $1 bill frame. And then I beat him in qualifying.
What was the essay?
It was supposed to be about my racing career, like how I've made it so far, and it had to be thought out.
And respect your elders. So, but honestly, I think out of respect, like for me, I think what would be cool is if you still did write that essay, go to class, your teacher, or whoever, and say, hey, I want to make this part of my homework assignment for reading or English or whatever. Say, I'm going to write a 2-page essay to one of my heroes, one of the coolest dudes in the sport, Travis, and say, I want to write an essay to this about this. And I think it still would be cool if you did that and still wrote that report and sent it to Travis. I guarantee you he would post it. And it would be a big deal. I'm telling you, it would turn out to be, this is just my marketing brain thinking. This is how you blow up. This is the things that go viral. This is like things people get behind. You know, it's cool to beat Travis. Cool, yeah, I beat him in qualifying, but it'd be cooler if you showed people I'm a smart kid. You know, I can write these reports. I'm actually not just a racer, but I'm actually smart. And that would, I'm telling you, you'll get 10 times the mileage out of it, 100 times. You know, you have a lot of kids who race NASCAR. That'd be a good home for you one day, because that's the biggest level of racing in America. But to get there, you have to think of, what is my creative way? Besides, like, a lot of those kids just have really rich parents who pay for their rides, but you don't want to be that kid. You want to be the kid who earns it. And I'm telling you, if you, because you're a good enough driver to do it, and if you're focused and dedicated, you will make it. But it's the creative marketing. You're a good talker. You're not nervous. Like, you have to carry yourself fine. My biggest words of advice to you is, don't be scared to walk up and shake people's hands, especially at your age. Like, if you go up to, like, the owners of Yokohama, the owners of Can-Am, and say, hey, what's up? I'm so-and-so. This is what I do. I race, blah, blah, blah. Give them your quick 30-second. You're going to get really far, dude. I'm telling you. It's the kids that shy away and are quiet. They just don't make it. They don't get picked. Unless they're just that good, right? Unless they're just dominate everything, like a Kyle Larson. But anyway, little tips of advice there, and we're going to have a battle. You're racing in the main event. So it should be good. So good luck.
Good luck.
Right on.
Waiting for it now, and we'll get launched. Oh, I think there's a jump start there. I'm sure it's a jump start off the line. Deegan went before it, so if that's the case, he will be penalised and we'll have to do 2 joker laps. So extra joker lap then for Brian Deegan. So I think they're going to hold up the sign to there. They are. They've just shown the two kind of casually through the window.
Brian.
He knows,
buddy.
He knows. He's like, oh, man. Red lights are on. No one's going to jump this time. Get a green, and it's a bit of a tardy start actually there for Brian Deegan. Madison going to try and shut the door on him in turn 1, gives him just enough room. Madison runs out into the dirt. Now they're going to be side by side.
He is currently in 3rd. Let's see what. So Deegan, that's one of multiple that he has to do. It's only 3 laps.
You might as well go on that one, Jared, just see what happens. So Deegan's going to come out, I think, in 4th.
Really Cindy creating that gravel machine gun as Ben keeps it tighter. Look at that, Brian. Is that Deegan in 3rd?
Up to P3, so the win goes to Madison. Meyer gets P2 with 2 joker laps. Brian Deegan gets P3.
One last race to go, main event. Just got down to heat race. I jumped the start, so they made me take the joker twice. So I ended up 3rd, and then I'll start the final in the 3rd row. So it's gonna be a battle. We're gonna have to extend it, and then I gotta jump on a plane right after and get on the road, get rolling. So wide open. Who do you want to win today? You? Me? All right. Well, we'll try. We'll see. All right. So Mom is the one who allowed the magic marker. Just so you know, I didn't do that. That's all good. Let the kids be kids. All right. See ya. Later, dude.
Looking up at the front row. Brilliant start by Buffoni from the back row there. She's got a little bit of wheel spin then. Drops back from the pack. Up at the front, sliding wide. Travis Pastrana. Michaud looks up the inside line. Mayer's going to get into P3. Madison on the outside of Mayer as they run down, and they're going super wide. Deegan's going out really wide. Jared, watch for Deegan in the background. I was hoping they'd run wide, and they haven't. They've all nailed it onto the apex. Mayer almost got up the inside of Pastrana. It's Pastrana versus Michaud on the run down the back run now.
I'll tell you what, Travis Pastrana's giving it the beans, but Ben Mayer is right there, 13 years old. He is not going anywhere.
Long and big. Madison goes off to the joker lap now. Pastrana holding the inside line. Michaud dives up the inside. 3rd bit of contact on this final lap. The Canadian driver desperately trying to get past the 199. Pastrana gonna take the win. The checker flag. 2 wheels to Michaud. Nearly the wall. Meyer gets him at the final jump.
Gets 2nd.
Unbelievable.
Jumps up, oh my gosh, Michaud goes for it. He gets up on 2 wheels. Look at Pastrana.
All right, so you won today. I won yesterday. So we're gonna call that. That's pretty. You had some good battles.
I think you gave it to me today. You didn't want me to, I got all the other stuff. You wanted to make my day easier. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
So.
you know what? I don't know if I've ever given you anything, but at the end of the day, I had fun. That was a fun race.
Dude, I had an absolute blast.
Well, he won one. Honestly, I tried hard today. I just sucked today. Like,
I bet on yesterday. I lost $1,000 to a 13-year-old this morning. I was like, I gotta turn my life around.
It could be worse. It could be worse. Good job. It's all about, hey, it was having fun, and no one's breaking any bones. That's good. That's a good day. Okay, just raced all day in Minnesota at ERX, and then just grabbed the flight right after the race, drove to the airport, got there about 6, jumped on a 7:30 p.m. flight, out of Minnesota to Atlanta. Atlanta's as close as I could get to Tallahassee today. So I'll land, go to a rental car, grab a truck, because that's what I want. And I'm gonna drive it to Tallahassee tonight. It's about 11 o'clock right now, p.m. I don't know if I'll make it all the way there tonight, but we're on a mission, boys, but it's what I enjoy doing, to be a part of what my kids are doing. I don't like missing out on that stuff, man. But if I want to make time to go race for myself, I gotta tough it out and make it happen. So I'll be at Star for Hayden's first day of Supercross training Monday morning. It's Sunday night right now. 3:25 a.m. Made it. Almost pulled all-nighter, dude. Sweet. It's funny what your brain will do when you want to do it.